What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today. It is the 11th day of April, and here we are sitting at about $0.00472. Can you believe it? For the 11th day in a row. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. Before we do, I'd like to make a disclaimer, okay? Because I can only do so much, man. I can only do so much. And over the last 11 days, the price has really just not moved at all. Even this day here was not that exciting. That was the biggest day up we've had over the last 11 days. Even this day here, this day was not that exciting. That was the biggest day down that we had over the last 11 days. It's too boring. It's too neutral. And the videos that I've been making for OnyxCoin have been short, to say the least. So with that, I'd like to say I am likely not going to make a video on OnyxCoin tomorrow or the next day or the next day or until we do something, until we break out, right? I can only do so much. I can come on here and tell you, hey, we're here still, and we're hoping that we're going to break out to the upside and that we're not going to break out to the downside, but we don't really have anything to go off of. You know, there's nothing really new to go off of. We could go to the X page for the Onyx ecosystem and for Chain. You know, I know that they're working on the Goliath glitches and bugs that they got going on, but things are going well. They are working on it. They've been very responsive. You know, some people have been telling me that if you criticize them, they'll block you from their channels. Then just create a new account and join it and keep your mouth shut. Whatever. I think that it's lame. I think it's lame for anybody to block somebody just because they're having criticisms. Now, if they're talking smack, if they're being belligerent, okay, I get it. But if they have genuine concerns and they're upset because those concerns haven't been addressed, at least not for them, they shouldn't be blocked. I mean, I doubt anybody from Onyx is even listening to this, but if you are, like, that's my opinion. You know, that's how I handle it in Discord. There's only one person that I've actually blocked out of the Discord, other than scammers, blatant scammers. Shout out to Snoopy on that note, and it's because he took it too far. You know, and there is such a thing as taking things too far. Um, but there's nothing really new here. Nothing new on Onyx's page. I would assume there's nothing new on Chain's page. They're just doing the same stuff that they normally do, which is just these kind of information list posts, advertisements, let's just call them that, right? Fancy words without really any meaning to them. And that's not me being bearish, right? I like them still. I try to help do my part. And I'm not bearish on OnyxCoin, and that's not why I'm not talking about it. It's just, man, even the love of my life here, OnyxCoin, as far as crypto is concerned, if this thing's being boring, I get bored. I don't really like to talk about it, and it's been a boring range, guys. We've been in a boring range now, not just here for the last 11 days, but since February. It's been a very boring range. Moments of excitement, moments of concern, but really just a boring range. I'll talk about it in the boring times, but bro, this is desolate. So I won't make a video on OnyxCoin tomorrow. If you're expecting a video on OnyxCoin, you might have to go somewhere else. Um, I doubt that anybody's probably going to talk about it, though, because there's not really a whole lot going on. Very low volume. I do expect that we're going to move up. I'm expecting overall that we're going to see some spectacular movement up. The fact that we have low volume and we're in this kind of situation does imply that we are likely on the brink of a dramatic shift one way or the other. And we really could move down. We really could move up. I mean, just depends on what direction we want to take. Maybe we move up and it's a fake out. It's a lower high, and then we reject down. Maybe we move down, it's a fake out, and then we rip up. The movement up, even if we go from here from 00472 to 0054, that's not impressive because we have such low volume. We have such low volume in this environment that it doesn't take much to move up, and then maybe the real move comes in and pushes us down, or vice versa, right? If we see something that takes us down to like 0042 and we get below these lows, because of the environment we're in, it might not be as significant as I thought it was, right? This is just so boring. It's like we should have, if this was bearish, I think we would have done it already. We have no reason why we shouldn't, other than the fact that I just think there's no more sellers. I really think there's no more sellers, and that's specifically why I'm sticking to the upside. I mean, we look at this overall, and it certainly seems as though since January to this point here, the message has been clear, right? Straight down. We moved up. We had a nice little bit of volatility, what they call a relief rally. And then we moved down slowly, gradually. And then here we started rounding out our bottom. I don't know if this is a rounded bottom overall. I mean, it kind of is, right? If you look at it, it definitely has decent shape in this kind of regard here. there's a way to draw it where it is rounded like that there. But really the thing that I'm trying to address is that the shape of this trend has changed. We are moving sideways, and stuff like this, these long boring phases, I mean, this is exactly what we saw before we went on the most epic run of last cycle, right? As far as any coin goes, that was in the top 200. We're in that same kind of situation now. The benefit of OnyxCoin dropping from January of 2025 until this point here in January of 2026 or December, whenever that was, the benefit is we've kind of gotten our bear market out of the way. And we've seen cryptos that do form their own bull markets even when Bitcoin's in a bear market. Now, I'm not making that call. I'm just saying we could see some relief here and Bitcoin starts its next leg for the bear market. Maybe we come back down with it, but we're in this kind of crab phase where anything can happen. Anything can happen, and I'm sticking with the upside. I'm not going to look at the 1 hour time frame. I'm not going to look at the 4 hour time frame, and the reason why is because not even the daily time frame is really that reliable right now because we're just moving sideways and choppy. We can maybe look at the weekly time frame. Weekly MACD. I mean, we used to pay attention to this all the time because there's a lot of things to be hopeful for, but now it's just not really that crazy. Like the fact that we're dying off in bullish momentum doesn't really concern me too much at this point. We could build bullish momentum. We're doing stuff like what we did back here. I don't know. Time will tell. Time will definitely tell. I want to look at this here from a high to a low because we haven't looked at this in a second. Went just above the 382. We're back down at the 069. It's not the most bullish look. It's not the most bullish look at all. But if we can get back above this area here, if we can start closing prices above 1 cent effectively, 1.07 cents, there's very little in the way of stopping us from getting to this 2 cent area from these areas here. And a lot of cryptos lately have disregarded their golden ratio and just gone up to that 786 area. I mean, we could be ripping all the way up to 3 cents. One way or another, though, I do expect that we'll be getting into this zone. Maybe we move down first, we get a little fake out, and then we move up. Maybe we're sideways for the next month. Maybe. It's really all we have at this point in time. Maybe there will be some big news coming out, a big partnership with Chain and Onyx. They're also partnering with Visa and KTA, and they're partnering with JP Morgan. I don't know. Isn't it JP Morgan that had Onyx? They had an Onyx protocol themselves, but it's not OnyxCoin. There was that rumor that went around. And I mean, maybe it'll come out to be that this actually was them all along, and we were on their tail. Everybody who was assuming that was on their tail, so they had to change the name of their blockchain, whatever it was. Is it JP Morgan or is it BlackRock? I might be getting it confused. Maybe it was BlackRock. I can't remember. But anyways, I digress. This whole video has been a lot less TA, a lot more me just complaining that the price is moving sideways. And I'm assuming soon enough we will get the heading up or down that we're looking for. I just don't think that it'll be today or tomorrow because it's the weekend, so I will not make a video tomorrow. Hit that unless I will make a video as soon as we break out of this range. As soon as we do something exciting, I will make a video. Whether it's to the downside or to the upside, I'll make a video. I'm not excited for OnyxCoin until we get above this point here. But if we make a little move up, sure, I'll make a video. If we make a little move down, I will make a video. Yeah. If there's any reason for concern or excitement, I will. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.